Good morning, friends. Dr. Yogesh Pating, Assistant Professor, GS College of Commerce, Varda. Today, we are discussing a point, the role of IRDA. As I mentioned here, it's the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. In short, it is called as IRDA. In some last lectures, we discussed about banking industry and insurance industry. Uh, what are the importances of banking sector or insurance sector, that we already discussed in last lecture and at previous also. Today we are going to discuss a very important point. When we think it from the angle of examination, it is very important one. Lot of times it has been asked in the examination for 16 marks, so I just mentioned here 8 points. If you write it in a brief way, these 8 points will just give you the 16 marks. Now, why there is a need of IRDA? As if we see the entire market scenario, everywhere there are the regulatories. What these regularities are doing, actually they are regulating that particular sector. If you just interested in a share market, SEBI is there. Security Exchange Board of India, it regulates the stock market and every activities which is a part of stock market share listing and all those things which are related with stock market. If you are interested in banks, then if you think about a bank, then RBI is there, Reserve Bank of India. It regulates the banking sector, financial sectors, even the non-banking institutions which are working in a financial sector. Such a thing is about IRDA. It regulates the insurance sector. If we discuss about telecommunication, telecom companies, TRAI is there, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. It regulates the telecom sector. So these authorities are there which regulate that sector. They prepare the policies for that particular sector. They implement the policies. They had set up the grievance redressal cells. If there are some grievances or if there are some disputes between intermediaries or consumers or the companies providing that type of services, they are there to solve those things. So these regulators are there to regulate that particular sector, that particular industry. This way it actually simplifies the responsibility of the government, because everywhere government cannot interfere or cannot give that proper time to that particular sector to solve the problems, to regulate that business properly. So government has assigned this responsibility to the regulators, and so each and every sector or most of the important sectors are being regulated by the regulators. Today we are discussing one of that regulator is called as IRDA. Already mentioned the long form of that IRDA. I just mentioned here 8 responsibilities or 8 roles of IRDA. We can split up these roles and can increase the numbers to 10, 12, whatever we want. But as I mentioned here, these are the important one. If you just can't remind any one of that, you can split any one of this role and you can reach that required number of roles. So as I mentioned here earlier, regulators are there to regulate that industry. IRDA is doing the same thing. IRDA is regulating the insurance business of our nation, in our nation. Some time ago, or if we generally go 10 to 15 years earlier, then there is only LIC, Life Insurance Corporation. Right now it is also the major stakeholder in insurance sector, but we have now big and different kinds of insurance providers. They had prepared different plans as per the requirement of consumers. Plans are being designed which are as per the situation, as per the requirement of consumers. So now this sector is being very attractive for career growth. It is very attractive for investment. It is a major contributor to the GDP. So to regulate this type of business, this type of sector, the role of IRD is very important. So the first point that I wrote here, the first rule is the certificate of registration. Why I started from that? Because the business also started from that point. Means when IRDA, if some company wants to enter in an insurance business, or if some company wants to be the partner of existing insurance business, they just have to first register themselves with the IRDA. because IRDA is a sole authority, sole regulator which permits that particular company which wants to start an insurance business. They have to first register themselves. They have to first provide the each and every information which is required for registration. Whatever the requirements, what we can say the rules and regulations for that, they have to comply with those things, and then they will have the registration to start an insurance business. So without the permission from IRDA, no one can start, no company can start their insurance business, or even they cannot do a partnership with existing insurance company which is already being doing a business. So the first role of IRDA is to grant a registration to the company or a new business which wants to start insurance, which wants to start a new role of insurance business. The second one is responsible for renewal, modification, withdrawal and suspension. These are different words, come at a different stages of that particular business. After registration, if that particular it will have some time, it will have some duration. After that, completing that duration, that business has to get a renewed one, so they will need a renewal of that. They can also go for a modification. Now what is the modification? Modification maybe means if that just that particular company is just working in a life insurance sector, life insurance business, but if that company wants to work in a general insurance business, then there is a need of modification. If they want to introduce the new plans which requires a prior permission of IRDA, then there is a need of modification of licenses or registration. The third that I mentioned is withdrawal. If for example that business, the company is just running in a losses, and they just want to get out of that business, they can go for withdrawal of license or withdrawal of registration, or there can be a suspension if something problematic thing is there, if there is some fraud, if there are a lot of complaints against that insurance business, then IRDA can go for suspension of registration process or a license of that particular insurance. So all those what we can say the rights, all those things are there in the hand of IRDA to just give a registration, or to do a renewal of registration, to modify the registration, to withdrawal, to grant the withdrawal, or to suspend the permission which they had given to that particular insurance company. So IRDA has a sole authority of doing these things. But it means it is not like that they have the authority so they will just act whatever they want. It is not like that. If they found something suspicious, if they have some evidences in hand, then they can go for a withdrawal or a suspension. And if they want to give grant a registration, they need all those matter, all those things with themselves which is required for giving a registration. So these are the things which are in the hand of IRDA. So we mentioned it as a role of IRDA. The third important role is the protection of policyholders' interest. Now look, these companies are very big companies. Means if I just mention some names, Reliance is there, HDFC is there, ICICI, Bajaj is there. All those companies are very big companies. These are the what we can say these are the part of the first 10 companies we have in our nation as per their capital. So if a common policyholder has some complaints against these companies, if that particular person who is coming from a very what we can say rural sector, or just a common insurance policyholder, and who just wants to complain if he's not getting a claim, or whatever he has a problem with that particular insurance company, his problem or her problem needs to be listened. And if these companies are not giving answer, if his insurance provider company is not giving answers to his query, there is a role of IRDA. They can protect the interest of policyholders. They have that right. If they found that insurance company is not doing or not dealing properly with that particular insurance policyholder, then the right of that policyholder or interest of policyholder should be protected. He shouldn't get exploited by that insurance company. So for that there is a way of approaching to the IRDA. The consumer has to log in his complaint, he has to provide the evidences, and after that the IRDA will have that grievance redressal cell. I already mentioned that point at number 7. They will process that complaint, they will see who is actually doing a wrong, and then they will suggest some remedy or suggest some answers to the query of that particular insurance policy holder. So these are the things, and that's why we can say that the role of IRD is very important. Particularly, I will just give the most importance to point number 3. It is the protection of policyholders' interests, because when a common policyholder wants to fight with the big multinational level companies, it is not easy for him or her to fight against them. So when a regulator is with him or her, then it will be easy for him or her to fight against these companies. So the third important role is protection of policyholders' interest. The fourth one is regulating investment of funds. Now, why this investment of funds is very important? Because this insurance business actually works on what we can say the probabilities. It is not like that 100 out of 100 people will just have the accident, or will just have that unnatural death or all those things. Almost 1% or 1 or 2 out of 100 will have the accident and just have that death, and then they will receive a claim. Almost 90% people or 95% people, they will just will survive that policy term, and they will get their money back or whatever they will have the as per the policy. So it is very important to invest the premium amount of policy holders. Now, how to invest that premium amount of policy holders? It is also a responsibility, or we can say as a watchdog. Means IRDA has to decide that how much amount of policyholders premium is to be invested in equity market, in debt market, in bonds, in government securities, because it is as per the risk reward ratio. Because almost 100% you just can't invest in equities. It can actually, when, because these companies need to be have liquidity in their hand, because daily they have the claims, daily they have the maturity of the policies, daily basis on they have to pay some amount to the policy holders, so they need to have some liquidity in their hand. So each and every amount they can't invest. So as per the banks, for example, if we just go to the bank and ask for a payment, they should have some cash in their bank. So same case applies to the insurance companies, because that particular day, if someone's policy get matured, if some particular person wants a claim, they should have an amount in their lockers to give that particular policy holder. So out of rupees 100, for example, they need to have 20% as per the liquidity, and almost 70 to 80% amount they have to invest in different investment, what we can say different ways of doing an investment. They can be in a stock market, in a mutual fund, so whatever, whenever they wants to do, they can do the investment, but it is to be governed by IRDA. So that number 4th was regulating the investment of funds. The 5th one is adjudicates disputes between insurance companies and policyholders. As I mentioned earlier, that there can be the problems, because everywhere everyone will have a different requirements. They will have some expectations. Insurance company will expect something different from policyholder. Policyholder will expect something from insurance companies, and when those expectations won't get fulfilled, there will be disputes. Those disputes will be as most of the disputes are actually related to the claim, processing of claim. So it is very important, if you just want to purchase any insurance, then you just have to see the history of processing of claims of that particular company. Means if the processing of claims is more than 90%, it is termed as a good company to purchase insurance from that one. So it is very important that claim processing should be very good. That's why if the claim processing is good, then there is a very less disputes between policyholder or insurance companies, because it is a, what we can say, if we see the history of problems or disputes between insurance companies and policyholders, those are generally related to the claim processing. Policyholders think that they should get their claim within some days or happening of that particular event, and insurance company first will need those documents which will certify that that event is being occurred, then they will assess the what is the claim amount that should be given to the policy holder. It will take some time. So this way that policy holder is expecting his amount within 1 or 2 days. On that particular another side, insurance company is actually taking a long time, or they have that particular stipulated time of processing, generally 7 to 10 days. So here 1 to 2 days and there 7 to 10 days, and there will be the disputes between insurance company and policy holders. So these type of disputes are being answered, or have the responsibility to solve these type of disputes, and this responsibility goes to IRDA. It is not like that every day there will be involvement of IRDA. The disputes which are not being solved by insurance companies can go to IRDA. Means, for example, if you have some problem with bank, we generally don't just go to the RBI and just do the complaint. We try to solve those problems with the help of our local bank branch. If that problem not gets solved, then we move to a bigger branch or their head office. If then there is also problem, then we will move to the RBI, or if they have that particular system. So day-to-day problems will get solved at insurance company branches. But if some problems are there which are not being solved by these companies or built by that insurance company, then consumer can go to the IRDA for solving his problem or her problem. So this is also a role of IRDA. Then the next one is specifies code of conduct for insurance companies. As I mentioned earlier, the IRDA has to design the policies. They have to maintain that atmosphere in which that company needs to work. They have to prepare a code of conduct. They have to prepare the rules and regulation in which that business will run in the entire nation. Because when we are thinking from an angle of regulator is there which is actually watching and working for a betterment of that particular industry. So everywhere the rules need to be same. It shouldn't be changed as per the changes in the geographical location. So it is very important to see whether the policies are being implemented properly or not. So we can say that the code of conduct should be there, and that code of conduct should be strictly followed. If there is a problem relating to code of conduct of that particular insurance company, then the IRDA should take a strict action. It should not be like that the IRDA is there, but that insurance company is a very big company, it has influence, and just using that influence they are actually managing some people inside of IRDA. It shouldn't be there. So IRDA should see whether their design code of conduct is getting followed properly or not. So this is also one of the important role of IRDA. Moving to the seventh one is a setup of grievance redressal cell. Actually, sorry, when you are talking about complaints, then grievance redressal cell is a very important thing, because it will be there should be a system that where we should go. Means, for example, if you want to do a complaint, then we generally go to that particular location, particular point, we log in our complaint. So when you are approaching to IRDA, there should be a particular system, particular setup where you are going and just logging your complaint. So they had formed a grievance redressal cell, they had their mechanism, they need some documentation, and you can provide those things, and then your complaint will get processed and you will get answer to your query. So grievance redressal cell setup is also one of the important role of IRDA. The last one that I just here is actually miscellaneous one. It exercises any other power. Apart from these things, if IRDA needs something, a different thing, or just just want to do a different task which is important for nurturing the insurance business, developing the insurance business, protecting the right of customer, even the protecting the right of insurance companies. It is not like that every time the consumer will get exploited. It will be sometime that insurance companies also get exploited because of the consumer, because everywhere there are problems from either two sides. So whenever whatever that insurance company or IRDA's thinks that it is proper for that particular insurance sector, then it has power to take the decisions for a betterment of insurance sector. So these are some of the roles of IRDA. When we consider this question from the angle of examination, Generally, this type of questions ask for 16 marks. So it will be good for you if you write these 8 points. It is not compulsory that you should only write these 8 points. If you forget something, you can split up that thing. Just for example, you can do with point number 2. You can write point number 2 as responsible for removal and modification, and point number 3 responsible for withdrawal and suspension. You can do these things. So I hope you understand today's point. Next lecture we will see the next one. Till then, thank you.